now we're ready to talk about our second type of simple machine, which is going to be the pulley. And we're just going to look at three kinds of pulleys, but once you see how to do it, you'll be able to do it for any kind of pulley system. So the first pulley system that we want to look at is going to be one pulley, and then the rope is going to go over the top of it, and it's going to attach to a weight. So there's going to be a certain amount of force that you are going to put into the pulley. So you're going to pull on the rope. And then what that's going to do is it's going to lift the box, and then the box is going to have a certain amount of force on it. So this is going to be the force out is going to be on the box. Now the goal of the simple machine is you want to put in a small amount of force on the rope, and you want to be lifting something that's really, really heavy. So the force out is going to be bigger than the force in. And then you're also going to be pulling the rope a certain distance. So that's going to be R in. And then it's going to lift the box a certain distance, and that's going to be R out. And so the general formula is going to be the force that you put in times the distance that you put in is going to be the force that comes out times the distance that comes out. So in other words, the work that goes into a pulley system is got to equal the work that comes out of the pulley system. And again, this is a simple ideal machine, so that we're assuming that all of the energy that you put into the pulley is going to be used to lift this object. Okay, now if you go back up here to the beginning, under the various videos and stuff that you can watch, you'll see it says Compass Project. So if you go to the internet, type in the word Compass Project Pulley Simulation. And when you do that, you are going to find this. So here is a very complicated pulley, which we're not going to do. So if you click up here, we can change this to this one. So this picture here is exactly the same as this picture over here. Now you'll notice that you can change the diameter of the pulley by using this slider. Now we're not going to do that. Okay, then you've got this slider here, which is going to change the distance that you're going to lift the box. So you see down here, you've got a ruler, and when you apply enough force here, it's going to lift the box. And so you can adjust how high you want to lift the box by using this slider. But we're going to go ahead and keep it set for 0.14 meters. So that means it's going to raise it about 14 centimeters. Okay, then this slider down here is going to tell you what is the weight of the box. So this is going to be a 10 Newton box. Okay, now we want to know, so just take a guess, how much force do you think that you're going to need to pull on the rope in order to lift that 10 Newton box? So before we actually do it, just make a prediction. And then for that matter, how much rope do you think you're going to need to pull if you want to lift this thing up 0.14 meters? Okay, you got your predictions? Okay, so we're going to grab the handle here. We're going to pull it down and nothing happens. Okay, why isn't anything happening? Okay, look at the amount of force that you're pulling with, and then compare that to the amount of force you're trying to lift, and you notice you haven't gotten there yet. So let's grab the hand here and keep pulling. Okay, keep pulling. Keep pulling. Oh, all right, so there it went. So notice that all of a sudden it lifted the box when you applied a force great enough to lift it. And what was it? Okay, so you can see there in the gray boxes it's telling you how much force went in, how much force came out, how much distance went in, and how much distance came out. And what do you notice? It's pretty boring. Okay, so what you should have noticed was the force out was equal to 10 newtons and the force in was equal to 10 newtons. And then the distance that you were lifting the thing was 0.14 meters, and then the amount of string, the amount of rope that you pulled, was also 0.14 meters. So not very exciting. So you might be saying, well, what's the point of having a pulley that only has, one thing like this? It changed the direction so that notice that you were pulling down and it was lifting it up. So it changed the direction. And you could use your body weight. So if you actually used your own body weight, you could use that to lift something as long as it didn't weigh more than what you did. So it does have an advantage, but not really as much as what we're interested in. Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to do a double pulley system, and we're going to see how is it different than the single pulley system.